What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I'm really excited to bring you a new knife unboxing. However, I think the USPS man was trying to get into my box. I mean, what the heck? This thing is destroyed, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the box and see what I got. Today's unboxing knife is going to be my DLT Trading exclusive Demco AD 20.5 with the black coated shark's foot blade and the OD green Grivery handles. All right, let's jump in here. I mean, the job was pretty much already started for me, so it's not going to be hard to get down in here and see. Let's see if I can keep that cut going. Oh, thank goodness. I think they boxed it in a box and shipped it like this. Thank goodness. All right, feeling a little bit better about the boxing. Thank you. I think I ordered this one from White Mountain with, I think, Neves Knives discount code. I don't know. Let me make sure there's not an invoice in here real quick. Oh, I have this upside down. I didn't realize how it opens. Only disadvantage with the coated blade is it does show all the residue really fast. I'm going to open it backwards and make sure there's no invoices in here. And there is not. Just a bunch of Army peanuts. You probably have an idea of what this is, even though I kind of sort of masked it. But I am really excited to check this one out and just see how this particular budget variant works out. So I'll go ahead and show it to you. So I did pick up the Consiprator, which is Civivi's new button lock. And it is in the black micarta handle with the gray stonewash Nitro V blade. So really want to see what it looks like in person. It's always so hard to tell in the pictures. Oh, so satisfying. Nothing like cutting the tape off a new box, a new knife box. Oh, if I can get a bit of help here, please, Mr. Demco, with your wonderful knife. Thank you so much. All right. They got the moisture wicking gel silicone stuff was way down in the box. I don't know what that does for it through the pouch. All right, let's see what's in here. All your typical Civivi swag. All right, and let's get to the knife and set all of this to the side. All right, let's have a look at this thing, would you? After 5 weeks, I've not heard back from Civivi on my Cogent. I'm still waiting to get my Cogent back from warranty. Benchmade knocked that crap out and got it back to me in 2 weeks exactly. Let's have a look at this. So the micarta has a very different type of texturing to it. Trying to get that really close up in there so you can see that. It's still not quite as good as my Kaiser Sheepdog micarta. That has really nice micarta on it. Blade came nice and centered. Did it? I can't really tell. I'll zoom in and let y'all see. Okay, I'm looking over the camera now. I can see. Still has that pocket clip, but they are ramping it down at least. So typically that doesn't, not really feeling it. This is, unlike the Altus that they recently released, this is more like the Cogent in that it has the flipper tab, but it doesn't have the hammerhead shape to it. It just has the more subdued ergonomic shape to it, so it should feel very neutral. Let's go ahead. Oh, and I forgot to mention it has the fuller, so I think for this video we'll use the fuller to deploy it. Okay, has a really light detent. I do want to check out what that lock looks like, but let's have a look at that gray stonewash. So it looks like maybe they sandblasted and came behind it and did a stone washing. I'm not quite sure. Nitro V is a little bit easier to pick up, so they've definitely changed something. I can't quite feel it. They definitely changed something about it. Lots of milling inside. So this feels, you know what this reminds me of? It's not a mainstream knife, but it reminds me of the skinny scales that I had Carbodize make for my Shaman. That really does remind me of this, which if you've seen that is really comfortable. So they did chamfer down the edges, and I think they did a pretty good job. I don't know that I feel it. That pocket clip's really in the way. I like the cutout around the finger. This is definitely much more neutral. If you did not like the Cogent's hammerhead or the finger guard, finger cutout where your finger went in on the knife, then you might really like this one. Okay, so I think it's more dialed for the flipper tab. Let's see here. Okay, so you can thumb flick it. I want to say, I don't know if it's because it's a bigger knife with a heavier blade. Little hint of lock stick. Little hint of lock stick. Definitely does not feel like it operates as smoothly still as the ProTech Malibu. All of these button locks are pretty good, but I'm telling you that ProTech Malibu is like on a whole different level of how good it feels. It's just manufactured so well. That's not knocking this. This feels pretty good. I like the action. Button lock has a tactile feel to it, but not too bad. Let's see if I can. Let me bring it over to the microphone. Okay. The ceramic bearings, the cage ceramic bearings in these knives that Civivi and we do, they usually produce really good action. So I liked all the blacked out hardware. Looks like it's just the same stuff that they use on all their knives, which makes sense. It cut cost. They laid the pocket clip flat. I kind of wish, I had another knife recently, can't remember, they kind of inset it a little bit here and made the pocket clip wider to come up and over, but not terrible. It doesn't really affect the performance of this pocket clip. It still works really well. And the fact that it is the button lock does allow them to mill it on both sides to reduce weight. So it has a good weight to it. Not much else I can really cover. Good ergos. Jimping feels fine. Fuller, I feel like that fuller could have come down a little bit more. Like I didn't even hit the fuller there to deploy it. So I feel like the fuller, they could have gone a little bit further down with it, perhaps. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. So in the fuller, it works really good if you go straight out. But if you lay it flat down and you put your finger along the side of it like that with a bunch of meat, you can still deploy it. So we'll see how this performs. I'm going to carry this. This is just the unboxing. If you're interested in the full review, make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification and hit that bell to all so you get alerts whenever any video drops, especially if you're going to be looking for the full review of this. I do need to carry it and spend some time with it. I have had quite a few Nitro V blades from Civivi. I want to see how the edge was done on this one. I want to see how the Nitro V continues to perform. So far, it's performed well. I can't really knock it. It's tough to knock Civivi's job on that Nitro V. It performs, in my mind. I'll hear a lot of people say that it compares, the traits compare to the 14C28N, but I really feel like the cutting performance and the edge retention remind me of more of a 154CM. Now, mind you, I am opening packages and breaking down boxes and occasionally cutting some labels to ship some stuff that I move on after I finish the review. So I'm not hard using this knife. I will fully admit that. I'm just letting you know from a guy that carries a knife for everyday carry and the things that he uses it for, the knives and the things that I like to carry it with. I just do basic stuff, maybe on occasion some zip ties or some things around the shop if I'm working on my mountain bike stuff, or maybe if I'm getting into some stuff for the car, which is still mostly packages, but maybe cutting a hose or something like that on occasion. Not even that often. I haven't had old cars in a long time, so I'm not even really doing all of that with it. So I'm basically, basic EDC stuff is what I'm doing with it. And I just really feel like the Nitro V just has a little bit more bite than the 154CM. So I like Nitro V steel. And Civivi, you know, they do a good job with it. And they keep their knives nice and thin so that they perform really well. They cut through the material really well, really, really thin and slicey. So that's it for the unboxing. Again, make sure that you set the notification to all so you get alerts when when that follow-up content drops. And also keep in mind, I do long-term reviews for a lot of the knives that I do end up keeping. I'll keep them and give you updates and let you know how they continue to perform. Like the warranty claim that I have out on the Cogent, I'll do an update video for that. I owe everyone for the Benchmade Mini Adamas. I had that warranty go out. It was a fantastic experience, but I do want to devote a video to that, because part of production knives means that there's going to be something that happens that fails. So I want you guys to see the other side of that as well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. Until next time, peace.